ALSI is fun and great because while doing what it has done over 20 years, it's been great that ALSI was able to deliver what it was able to deliver all these years, and yet we do these things while we are having fun. We're happy to do these things. 20 years ago, it was just me, the general manager, and the sales director, and a secretary. And then we had 3 managers and 30 property specialists. At the time, I was a financial analyst with the Control and Analysis Division of Ayala Land, and I was handling the sales and marketing services group. And then I was told that this new company, Ayala Land Sales Inc., will be formed. So I met with the general manager and the sales director, who was already chosen at the time. And then we started the incorporation process. So I met the 3 sales managers. 2 of them we still have with us in ALSI. We have Jixi still and Dennis. And then the 30 property specialists. And then that's how we started. Our first office was in the 18th floor. It was a vacated office of a previous tenant, and then we just had to set up in, I think, less than a week. We were able to set up 3 offices for these sales groups. I remember the big whiteboard that we had installed at the 18th floor, and every day we would update the sales for the day, literally writing it on the whiteboard. Now they have this big board, but I think it's already done through the computer. So that's a big change. But the fun part of it was, while this person was writing on the board, she fell from the chair. So you can just imagine, every night we'll do that after the cutoff at 5 o'clock. And then still have fun and have this unforgettable experiences. On the business side, I can share that it was the first time that I saw these sellers waking up very early in the morning to be able to put up flyers in the newspapers before they are being sold. So I was really surprised to find out about that. And then it was also the first time that we started having people manning booths in the mall. So those are the game changers that we had from ALSI. On the fun side, ALSI is known for having the best parties because the sellers, if they are really, well, they are all really good in selling, but they're also really good in performing. So usually the ALSI party is already after the December cutoff period. So that means they've already delivered their sales for the year. So it's time to party. Our first Christmas party and awarding ceremony to be in Bahia, in Intercon. There were just, of course, the 30 plus of us. And then our first sports fest, of course, it has to be a free venue. It was in Ayala Greenfield Estates Clubhouse. We had Mr. and Miss ALSI at the time, and a few games that we had. The events then were very simple but fun. But I know now that events have really grown, and even the venues have really improved. But of course, it's in keeping up also with how big the organization is, and of course how things are being done right now. Syempre at the start, we didn't have enough budget. Our sales were still low compared to what they are now. So it's just something that is improving, of course, and also in support of what we have right now as an organization. Well, of course, I'd like to congratulate ALSI for these 20 years. I know they have improved a lot in terms of sales, efficiency, and how they run the organization. I am very thankful that there are still a few of the pioneers who have stayed on for 20 years. And I would like to thank them and congratulate them. We have Dennis, Jixi, Tiff, Alet, Noni, Charlton, Ron, Mike, and from the admin, we have Jolly and Nelia. All these people, I met them from day one that they joined ALSI, and I know how they began and how they have improved not only their lives but the people around them. So I'd like to be, I am happy for them, and I'd like to thank them for everything that they've done for the company, because what they've done for ALSI is also something that they did for Ayala Land. So again, congratulations to ALSI and to all the pioneers who have stayed with us all these years. For the new breed of sellers, I would say that there are a lot of things that they can learn from those who started ALSI and who've been with ALSI, maybe not in the 20 years, but in the 10, 15 years. They can learn a lot from them, and of course, there's the age difference, and maybe there are different ways that they do things now. But we should not always forget the fundamentals. So, of course, yeah, they can introduce new ideas, but always defer to the older ones, because history has taught us a lot of things, and it's very important that you go back to how we started. And of course, we look towards the future, that they are here with us already. They can help us, and they'll be the future of the company. I don't know how big ALSI can get pa after from 30 to 300. But of course, it can still grow and become more efficient, more innovative in terms of selling and in terms of reaching the market. The biggest takeaway from me is openness to change. As I mentioned, before ALSI, Ayala Land only had an in-house sales team that was very small, and external brokers. And it was really a big change to be able to put up an organization such as ALSI. And the openness of management and the rest of the organization was very crucial to be able to succeed with having this sales force, the trust that we have to give these people, and to be able to accept that it is something that we had to do at the time. The lasting legacy of ALSI, I think, will be to be able to say that they were part of the growth of Ayala Land. We are not able to really grow this big if there's no sales team such as ALSI that was able to support the growth of Ayala Land. So that is something we can say is the legacy of ALSI.